How are we doing with time there?
22.
Well, I've known Gaz since he was 10 years old, and as Brad stated, we've seen little ears evolve from grunging emo through to the sophisticated, permanent shirt-wearing man of today. Unfortunately, that's where the compliments end, and I feel it's my duty to present some stories from the middle part of his life to some of his closest selection of friends and family. From an early age, Gaz was easy to bully. Not only did he collect Michael Jackson dolls, looked like Swampy Stubble, and only as tall as Ronnie Corbett. he also supported Liverpool, enough said. Gaz has also had to make a number of choices to make in his life. The early part of adulthood saw him living with Baz and Hannah, with the occasional girlfriend feeling sorry for him. His lack of height, his little ears, and his ponytail were not really helping attract the ladies. So Gaz made a choice. He decided he would be gay. Yes, this will come as a big surprise to many of you, especially Baz and Sue. But the man who was accused of being Anton Deck's secret love child decided he had fallen for a man. And that man was me. I'm glad to say I let Gaz down gently, told him he was forgiven for trying it on, but if he ever did it again, I would break his stumpy little legs. Let me set the scene. It was in the early hours of a Sunday morning, after returning from a romantic drum and bass rave. Gaz was feeling and looking slightly worse for wear. His eyes were sparkling as he tried to stare at me on the sofa. A few minutes later, I realised he had feelings for me. As he began to stroke my back, with a grin on his face that stretched from one little ear to the other. Gaz, what the heck are you doing? Was my startled response. Oh, sorry, Stu. I didn't realise what I was doing. Mumbled Gaz in his inebriated state. However, a few minutes later, the chubby digits were trying to work their magic again. Only this time, my shirt was being removed from my back. And his fingers began caressing what he thought was his girlfriend's back. Now this pattern continued, much to the amusement of his friends in the room. However, by the fourth time of this obvious flirtatious, gay attempt at coming on to me, he sobered up and realised the error of his ways. No, I was not his girlfriend, nor one of his Michael Jackson dolls, but his loyal straight mate who didn't feel the same way. Let me carry on. Another time Gaz made his feelings clear to me. He was at Sandwich Bay at 6 AM in the morning, again after going raving. Rather than go straight home and sleep off our intoxicated state, we decided to go and watch the sun come up, watch the clouds go racing by, and crack open a bottle of wine. Again, this was Gay Gareth's idea. Gaz decided he would start throwing the empty wine bottle in the air, just to see how high he could throw it without smashing it. Suddenly, from nowhere, Gaz let out an almighty scream as the wine bottle slipped from his grasp and missed my nose by a whisker. I don't know how. Even though the bottle was still several inches away, The vision of losing my teeth and the expression of sheer terror on Mr. Jones's face has lived with me ever since. Now, Gaz and I have been great mates for well over 20 years. Around the last time Liverpool won the league. And I really do mean it when I say what a great guy he is. Fortunately for him, Gav realised that homosexuality wasn't his cup of tea. And so he began his relationship with Annie. Sneakily behind her brother's back. Steve and Pete were always very protective of their little sister, but Gaz always knew that although he risked losing his stubby limbs, Annie was most definitely the girl for him. Their relationship soon blossomed into something special. They spent a lot of money on trips all over the world, buying gifts, even a house or two, as well as over 150 driving lessons and 5 tests. Luckily for Gaz and I, Annie and Karina have been great friends for over the past 6 years. They have a lot in common. SingStar, Shiraz, shopping at Primani, and two very high maintenance men. However, we both know how to treat our ladies. We love a weekend away and have had great trips to Madrid, a messy experience at the Papa Pop Festival in Belgium. But the most memorable has to be the trip to Great Yarmouth. Our adults' weekend away at Pontin started badly, with our accommodation including a rickety old bunk bed and a cot to sleep in. However, soon we were partying hard with several characters straight out of the Little Britain show. The night included some extraordinary sights, especially my dance routine to Just Shut Up, Shut Up, which I will no doubt demonstrate to you a little later. But it was in the early hours of Saturday morning that I found most amusing, on a visit to the kitchen fridge for some ice-cold water. I was greeted with several moaning noises and Mr. and Mrs. Jones practicing the 2005 version of the Kama Sutra.
Daddy's lying.
Now, there are plenty of other stories I wish I had time to tell you, but you'll be glad that my time is coming to an end.
No doubt.
And the main comedian is on next. However, do feel free to ask Gaz about how he has the pet name Gazzy Bear. How at times he actually thought he could piss real rainbows. How he nearly set fire to a tent with his mates in it, including me. And how he was recently taken to court by a lesbian for being a sexist pig. Finally, I would just like to say what an honour it is for me to stand here and get the chance to rip into you both. I want to wish you the best for the future. Annie, my kid's favourite friend of mine, and the 65th best X Factor singer of 2006. And my mate Gaz, little ears, chubby digits, Orant and Deck's secret love child. You are both two great people who make one fantastic couple, and I wish you all the happiness in the future. A toast to Gaz and Annie.
You're a dead man. You weren't married, I
do have a little gift for Gareth as well. To go with the Michael Jackson line. I've got him a picture frame with 3 photos of me in with lots of love hearts.